if you're anything like me, you grew up with the understanding that unless you had a college degree, you were going to struggle in life, that was the only way to get a good paying job and be successful and prove yourself. And if you didn't do that, if you had a blue collar job or went into some sort of trade, you were, I want to say, almost looked down upon. That could have just been the area I grew up in, but you probably weren't going to make a lot of money or live a good life. You needed that college degree. That was like your stamp of approval in life. And unfortunately, we know that is not true anymore. There are so many people out there with college degrees that they don't even use. They never were able to use, or they just decide they didn't want to use it, and they have mountains of debt, and they've been struggling in career paths they don't like, or with just odd jobs, whatever job that they can find. And it sucks. It's terrible. It's a horrible place for us to be in right now. I believe we were lied to. And that's something I'm going to talk about on this channel, among many other things that I believe we were purposefully lied to about. It's angering to me. I didn't finish my college degree, thankfully, so I don't have mountains of college debt, but I know plenty of people that did, and it's just sad, but thankfully we're waking up now. And I've got a clip today about how the job market might be changing soon thanks to AI, and how there might be a resurgence or shift in demand for blue collar jobs, which is a blessing, because if you are somebody who does have a college degree that they can't use or isn't providing you with a well-paying career, oftentimes a lot of these blue-collar jobs, they don't need that much training. They don't need 4 years of college to get into it, right? So it's never too late to shift careers if you need to. But let's see what's really, really about to happen in the job market.
Blue-collar work has been devalued. And we've seen people who work with their hands and people who turn up to your house and fix your house in a devalued role. And it could be in the next, couple of years, these are the roles that are elevated the most, and that plumbers regularly earn more than lawyers, simply because the nature of the economy has changed.
So Mike Rowe is here, CEO of the Mike Rowe Works Foundation. Mike, good to see you. So why are we seeing this surge in demand for the skilled trades in the age of AI?
It's math, mostly. 5 retire, 2 come in. That's how it's been in the skilled workforce for the last 12 years. We're aging out. There's a real demographic problem, both with just the graying of the workforce and a general population collapse. The other half are the stigmas and the stereotypes and the myths and the misperceptions that have conspired for a long, long time to keep a whole generation of kids from giving those exact jobs there an honest look. You put those two things together and then sprinkle the AI on top of it, and suddenly the crisis is existential. My foundation's been beating the drum for 18 years, but it really does feel like a memo has gone out to the C-suite. That guy is not alone. I just sat next to Larry Fink at BlackRock at an internet summit in DC. It was packed. Half the cabinet was there. And I'm telling you, if there was an alarm bell, they'd be ringing it. We got a $10 trillion infrastructure build on the horizon. We simply don't have the workforce to get it done right now. The grown-ups are paying attention.
It's a very popular thing on social media for moms to show them at home doing their laundry, cooking dinner, and saying, I've been told AI is going to take my job. Where are they? This is more from Daniel Priestley on demand for blue collar versus white collar workers. Listen.
Lots of young people who should have been plumbers, electricians, and concreters and bricklayers went off and became got a master's degree in the mating habits of butterflies and, some random degree that doesn't have a job attached. And they ended up in $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 worth of debt to get this degree that no one was asking for.
And that's the thing, too. That's where some people need to hold themselves accountable. What kind of college degree did you get? Did you really think there were a plethora of jobs out there and available for you? Were you even thinking about that? Right. So that's, I empathize and feel sorry for a lot of us, but for some people, it's like get real with yourself. What kind of degree do you actually have? Maybe you at the ripe age of 18, you went into it with stars in your eyes. Oh, I'm going to be the next great, whatever he said, like person studying butterflies or whatever. But you should have wisened up. You did go to college. You should have wisened up a little bit and thought about your future, or maybe you chose to keep your head in the sand. You got to hold yourself accountable.
So are people going to wake up to this? Look at the rising demand for jobs like robotic technicians, up 107%. HVAC engineers up 67%. I hear about that all the time. Construction workers, huge demand, as so many are renovating their homes in the age of not being able to get into a new one. Welders they need, electricians. Will people see this and say, all right, maybe that's for me?
Yeah. Look, the sad truth is sometimes things need to go splat before the country really starts to pay attention. But it's not like flipping a switch. People get the memo at different times. Gen Z is paying attention. They understand $1.7 trillion in student debt is held mostly by them. And they're looking at a guy like that making 130 grand a year with no debt. And they're doing the math. But it's like turning a tanker around. It takes a long time to change perceptions. I'll tell you this, we've been doing this for 13 years, our work ethic scholarship program. We award scholarships specifically to men and women who want to learn trades like that. This year, we got 10 times the number of applicants that we did the year before.
Great.
And we have literally, at Micro Work, set aside $10 million to help train the next generation of skilled workers. What I think you're going to see in the coming months is lots and lots of big companies funding organizations like my own and lots of others who are doing this important work. But it's going to be a groundswell. The entire thing, in my estimation, is going to flip. Also,
Okay, so we get the gist of what he's predicting, and gotta love Mike Rowe. I remember coming home from school and watching Dirty Jobs, my favorite shows to turn on. Not like I had any interest in doing any sort of job of that nature. I definitely am more of a girly girl. Wasn't looking to get my hands dirty, but I like what he's saying. Gen Z's paying attention. They're understanding, hey, we got to do something. We got to put our life in our own hands and do something about it if we want to. We can't just stay victims and whine and complain about it. We got to do something about it. And there's opportunities out there. I know a lot of these fields are hurting. They're hurting. The plumbers, electricians, construction workers, fire technicians, elevator technicians, they're hurting. There is demand there. And again, like I said earlier, the nice thing is the training you have to go through for those is oftentimes not as long as a 4-year college degree. Oftentimes it's as short as 6 months. And then of course you got to do, your shadowing or your apprentice work or whatnot. And they get paid the big bucks right now. I've been seeing reports of plumbers making upwards of $250K. And your college degree has gotten you what? Right? It's all about supply and demand. So hopefully some people are going to strike while the iron is hot, but it's so heartwarming and beautiful to see because these are the jobs that matter. These are the jobs that matter. Again, we were sold a lie that you could get any kind of college degree that you want. And especially, I'm not saying that these jobs are made for women. Yes, I know plenty of women are out there doing construction work or blah, blah, blah. But let's face it, these are not jobs that were made for women. Okay, let's get real with ourselves. But I do feel sorry for women who were sold the lie that they just kind of needed a college degree. And they go into the things that are naturally interesting to women that there's no demand for when they get out of college, like sociology degrees. Give me a break, right? So I don't know what the ladies are going to do, but at least men, hopefully they can stop staring at computers all day and go be men, right? There's the issue with all the soy boys now. Part of it is none of them are lifting a finger. Go get a job that makes you work hard every day, makes you work those muscles and boost that testosterone, right? Stop eating tofu with your vegan girlfriend. Go have a burger with the boys after building a house. I think that's what we need to return to. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on the whole debacle between white collar and blue collar jobs. Do you think that this is a good solution for the struggles Gen Z is seeing and finding jobs for themselves? What do you think is going to happen? Or do you think truly that these blue collar jobs, it's not going to last long before we have some sort of tech operating things so we don't have to actually provide the labor ourselves? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this conversation, give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to me, my name is Jennifer Zero. I'm just an American wife and mom who doesn't like what's happening in America anymore. And I hope that we can restore our country to the American dream. I hope we can see a better future for our families and our kids. If you're with me on that, hit subscribe. Again, don't be afraid to comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.